Hello, and welcome to School Health Presents Talkin Tech with Dr. Ray. This month I'm coming to you from the road, and I'm wearing red to remind you that this is Heart Awareness Month. We want to maintain healthy hearts, and we can do so by exercising, watching what we eat, getting enough sleep, and for some of our individuals, it also means taking medication. So, the device we want to talk about in a completely different way is one of my favorite devices, and that's the Time Timer watch. So I've got my watch on this month, but instead of worrying about, okay, watching how we've got the visual timer there, I want to talk about the alarms. And the reason I want to talk about the alarms, and you may remember me talking about this before, the alarms can be auditory, they can be vibrational, they can be a combination of both, or obviously you can have no alarms at all. What I want to talk about is using the vibrational alarm. So again, not anything else but the vibrational alarm here as a reminder, and an inconspicuous reminder so that our individuals are not standing out. So if they need to remember to go and talk to a nurse or a teacher or an aide about medication, help them learn how to set their watch so that that alarm will go off. And that way, when they feel it on their wrist, they're then able to go out and make that connection so that they can take their medication on time. If they don't have medication, here's some other things to think about along the way. If they're wearing their watch, make sure you've got the alarm set so that at some point it's going to go off, and at that point they should be able to get up, to stand up, to take a break, to move around a little bit. Sometimes we're even guilty of that. Here I am sitting in front of this camera right now talking to you. I could be up, I could be moving around. So, what we want to remember is that oftentimes we need to remind our individuals to get that movement in. We have things like adjustable desks, we have things that allow us to take breaks, and we remember to take those breaks. Our individuals don't always remember that. So, having a vibrational alarm right on the wrist allows them to have that tactile reminder that, hey, wait a minute, it's time to shift gears. It also allows for minimal escalations as we're shifting from one activity to another. So if you are going into an activity that's going to be a little bit longer, help them by setting the alarm if they're not going to be looking at the visual timer itself. Let that tactile feedback come in so they get a sense of, okay, now it's time to shift, and you're not trying to forcibly move them away. So just another thing to think about as we're going through. But again, the Time Timer watch is so perfect for so many different things, and I always tend to recommend it for our individuals, especially once they start to get to middle school, high school, and that world beyond. So as always, I thank you for everything that you're doing, and I look forward to seeing all of you somewhere down the road.